is Zarek again. Just coming back with a little bit of a stash ad. Some of these I got out at an antique mall. There's a couple from Hobby Lobby, and I just picked up 3 from my buddy Billy last night. He used to be a builder, and he kind of got out of it. He hasn't really messed with it. He built maybe 3 or 4 cars. I think it was just 3. But he's keeping a hold of the ones that he built. It's kind of like a sentimental and a remembrance kind of type deal, which is cool. He's a great dude. He had fun with it while it lasted for him. Maybe he'll get back into it one day, but he parted ways with those 3 kits that I got. I will show you those shortly. I'll start with the ones that I got the earliest. I got these 2 early on in the week out at Hobby Lobby with the 40% off sale. This one, first one I'm going to show you, this is like my 3rd one of these, just for the due fact, and it's kind of weird, but the dogs, I can leave boxes stacked up normally where I left those, and they were fine, but at that point they weren't. And it seems like every time, both times that it happened, they chewed up the same parts out of the same kit. Kind of weird how that happened. But anyway, this kit here, which is a great kit, and I have it, it's the other one with the different box art that was out before this that I have the 2 of. And this one was just cool because it had different decals, so why not snag it? And I put this one up better to keep it away from the dogs. Yeah, it's a pretty cool kit. You guys all know about this one. You can build it 3 different ways, and then there's other, in the directions, there's different ways it shows you too that you can do even more to it, really. So you could build that truck a lot of different ways, for as old and kind of basic as it builds up, because there's the cab and the floor pan go together different than I would expect it to, but it's a cool kit. It should build up pretty nicely. And then this one, I think I showed this one in my possibly what I'm gonna join in that group build with, but this was another one that I picked up that day, or the last of the 2. I was looking for the flip nose Malibu, but they had it a while back and I passed on it. I'll get it next time, and they haven't had it since, so kind of regretting that one. Alright, we'll go to this one first, even though it's on bottom, but this one's one of the newer of those 3. I got these out at the antique mall. I'm not really into monster trucks, but I got one of my other buddies. He's got 3 kits now. This is his 3rd one. He has a 67 AMT Impala, the 40 Ford by AMT, which I gave him that one. He'd done some favors for me, whatnot, helped me out with some stuff. I told him I'd give him a kit. I have multiples of it anyway, so just trying to help him out, get him a little bit of something to build up and mess around with and learn from. That's what it's about, man, trying to build him, keep him interested and whatnot with it. But he's got this one. We're supposed to build these together. His boy is like 6 or 5, I don't remember exactly. He's a youngster anyway, and he likes monster trucks, so he's going to build this one up, or hit the one he has, but the same kit. He's going to build it up and put it in a case and put it up to display for the boy to enjoy, which he's done told him he can't play with it, but you guys know how that goes. It wouldn't last very long if the wheels would even roll. I'm not sure. I've not built this one over any other monster trucks, so, but it'd be a cool project for him and the boy for sure. Whether the boy gets to help or not, he'll still get to enjoy the visual and the neatness of it, because they are pretty cool. And the wheels are huge on those, bigger than all these cars. I guess they're supposed to run them over for reality, but that is a 124 scale too, instead of the 125th, so it is a little bigger. This one I also got at the antique mall. I'd never even seen this one before. Picked it up for like 15 bucks, which it's all here. Decals are probably not worth anything, probably. I don't know. They're faded. They got like a collar that's like yellowish or tan. The paper does. This kit's from 74. I looked it up on ScaleMates. Yeah, everything's pretty well here, at least enough to build it. It has the old tires that weren't, I don't think they're rubber. It has these here, which are like assemblage tires. They're plastic. Yeah, they're plasticky. You can hear them. But it's missing one set of these. No biggie. I'll steal some tires from another kid, or out of what I got in that little tub over there from the stockpile. But yeah, missing part of that, but everything else is pretty well there. And the only thing that was started on it, the chassis was painted, which yeah, it's black. I'm not gonna take it out from all of that, but everything seems to be there. I've started messing with it a little bit. I filed down a few little parts just to get them smooth and whatnot, but don't know exactly what I want to do with it yet. I do want to build, but I'm not sure on color and all of that. But that was from 1974. I've never even seen that kit. So, and for the price, it was like, even though it had kind of been started and nothing's in bags, when I got it, the interior pan or tub was in it. It had the door panels taped with some like 1/4 inch little masking tape, few little pieces holding the door pans in, the door panels, and then I had the dash and the firewall, which I untaped it because I'm going to tear it all down and paint it. But it was somewhat mocked up, so I don't know what he was testing, but who knows how long it had been that way either. But for $15, I couldn't pass it up, and I've never seen it. Like I've said, it's a pretty cool box. We'll show you a little more of the box. It's pretty neat. Got some cool box art on it. I kind of like that version better than that. To be honest, I don't like them weird side panel. The red and black with the print down the side looks much cooler in my opinion. But and then this one is these are probably the two oldest kits I have, and all of my I have some from the early 80s, couple and like mid 80s, late 80s, and I'm an 80s baby, so it's kind of cool to have those. But then that to be from 74 is even cooler, you know, being that's a little older than I am. And then this one's 10 years older than me. This was 71. I'd never seen this one until I'd seen it out there. The box is slightly damaged here, so the box art kind of got hurt there, but one of those old cool box arts though, really. I like it. And it's pretty well, yeah, unstarted. Like they bagged up. I don't even know if these wheels came with the kit. I haven't overlooked it, but it's got some nice vet rallies that he either tired up and bagged or they stole from another kit. Then this one's got, I might actually be able to, if I really wanted to, be able to steal them, because this has the big slicks in it like the other kit does, but they're white. I'd always paint these and use these if I wanted to use the plastic. I don't think I've ever used a plastic set of tires on any of my kits though. So we'll see, I guess, when that time comes. I have enough slicks, I could probably put a nicer set on to begin with, sand those down, make them look used. And then, yeah, not have to worry about all that. But all the stuff's still even bagged up. Hasn't really been messed with. It has the interior pan in it and the chassis and the hood on it. So they did do a little bit of finagling and test fitting or mocking up, but now I paid a little more for that one, but and it's an NPC. I gave $35 for this one, but still, at that point, being a rarity like it was, and then they give you 10% off at the antique mall on anything I think is over $25. So after taxes and everything, I still didn't pay over 50. It was right under 50. So I didn't quite pay the 35 for this one, I guess. And if you say I paid 15 for the other, because yeah, I didn't get nothing knocked off of it. But yeah, I couldn't pass up on them. Like I went back for this one originally, and I knew where, kind of had a good idea where it was at because I had seen it the previous time I was out there. And when I went to that, it was in a weird area down off the main aisle, and I seen the case. There was a few other kits. I don't remember exactly what all was in it, but then the Nova was in it this time, and it wasn't last time. So, well, when he was grabbing kits out, I asked him to look at both of them, and even though, like I said, it had been started slightly for $15, I couldn't pass on it. Could not pass on it. All right, get these two out of my way, and then here's one that I picked up from my buddy Billy. Thank you again, Billy. I appreciate you, man. Awesome stuff. Didn't know what he had. He had some a while back. I probably could have grabbed more if I'd have went then, but he'd sold off all but this three unless he's got some more hiding somewhere. But I told him if he finds them to let me know. But I have this one already, but mine's been started, and this one's still sealed. I like to open mine around the edging and leave it around the top if I can, as long as the shrink wrap does me good when I open them. Save the best of the three for last. But and I got this one from him also, which I already have, but when we lived two places before here, we had a shed that leaked, and I was unaware of it. Had all my kits stashed in it. Boxes got wet and moldy, and some of the even instructions had to be pitched. So I had to bag up a lot of kits, and some of them have gotten broken because of being bagged. I got them stored away pretty good or better now, but bad things happen. When you have as many kits as some of us do, I guess it happens too. But yeah, for the price that he let me get them for, I couldn't pass on them. And then this one I already had too. This is a really cool Revell kit, but I couldn't pass on it again. So, and then it's kind of gotten harder to find. All the prices have went up. You guys know how that's been. But for what I gave for all of them, that's probably what this would sell for now a lot of times. So, very grateful to have found these three. Not really into the 120th scale, but it's still cool and different. Just a little different aspect or whatnot. I throw different, bigger wheels from some of my Dub City cars that I don't mess with anymore. I like stealing those wheels. They don't fit on like the smaller cars and all that as well. So, oh yeah, and I have another stash ahead. I forgot about that. Let me snag that one if I can grab it without. I totally forgot about this one. And I grabbed this one out at the antique mall also. Wow, I just happened to look over and see it sitting there. And this one's definitely another harder one to find. They got a Baldwin Motion Camaro out there I might go snag too. The 69 Baldwin. I already have it and it's started. It's a bagged kit because the box got ruined. But everything in the kit's pretty good. I've had a little bit of issues with paint. I had to strip it. And when I primered it again, it showed a little bit of flaw where evidently Purple Pond didn't do well enough, or maybe it just wasn't sanded well enough. It's fixable though. I just need to go back and put in a little more time and work on the body, get it prepped up. But I kind of like to go get it again. It's a cool Camaro with the cow hood. For those who haven't seen it, it's wonderful. If you can find one, snag it. If you like Camaros especially. That was one of my favorites when I started building. I still like them or love them, but within time, like I said, I still like Camaros, but I think Chevelle has kind of taken that #1 spot in American-made cars for me anyway. The 67 Chevelle just got curves and it's beautiful. It's my favorite car. But then this, I paid a little more probably for this one and the Bigfoot than I would have liked to, but it's still cheaper, about Hobby Lobby prices or what they was before they raised all their prices. And then being the Lindbergh that was from 2007, whatever it was, and harder to find. And then this one's 2011, which it says, if I can get it to focus for you guys, but yeah, it's right there. But very cool Impala kit. It's been open. Yeah, like I said, I like to keep my plastic around the tops. I don't have some spills on them or whatever. Keeps them better chance of getting ruined. It might ruin the base, but if you notice a spill on the top, you can wipe it off real quick and clean it up, and then hopefully not get to the base of your box. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the stash for the recent time. Anyway, I'm always buying more I don't need, technically. It's an addiction. You guys know how that is. I love adding cars. Sometimes I'll go out and buy just the Pro Street Nova and the Chevelle just so I have an extra 2 or 3, whatever. I haven't been able to find those lately. I was buying 2 and 3 of them at a time, and in the last 2, if not 3 times I've been out of Hobby Lobby, they haven't had any in stock. So hopefully they'll get some of those, and then next time I'll snag like however many, 2 or 3 of each again. Just because those are cheaper anyway, especially the Nova. When you get that at 40% off, it's only like $14 or something like that, 14 or 16. I don't remember exactly, but it's definitely worth grabbing at that point. I think that's gonna be it, guys. Yeah, I don't have any stash ads. Yeah, hopefully these videos get out to you guys. I'm not able to comment on anything. My laptop is being terse. It's slow. I'm gonna have to have either somebody look at it that knows a little more with it and help me get rid of some files. We've messed with it and gotten rid of some stuff. It's still just like not loading into the items, and then I haven't been able to comment on nobody. I'd like to comment on somebody's post, like Time Machine Scale Models and Mike's Model Shop. I'd like to comment on both of your guys' because you guys are the ones organizing that under 1,000 group build. But I can't comment. I've liked both of your guys' video that shows that you guys are a part of that organized group build between the two of you. But I can't really comment right now, so either I'm gonna have to have somebody with a little more experience with the computer, which I might take it to one of my buddies. I don't know. We'll figure it out since we can't get it figured out here. But if I can't get it sped up into where I can do what I need on it, I'm gonna buy another one when I get my tax return, just for this purpose. Because yeah, I'd like to have it. And I can't comment on my phone. I do a lot of my video watching. I have a TV in my hobby or game room, which I don't play games much anymore, but it's in here as well, so it's still, I guess, a hobby of the list. But anyway, I have the TV in here that I watch a lot of my videos on, and in my bedroom. I don't watch them as much on my phone. I do sometimes when I'm away from home, like at work or wherever. I might watch, but I don't even watch much of it then. It's mainly on these two TVs, and I can't comment on those, and I can't on my phone either. So I guess if I could comment on my phone, it'd be a lot nicer, because it's how I started my YouTube, really, which not the channel. Well, yeah, I guess, because I'm doing my videos this way. But yeah, I didn't create this account for videos necessarily. That's why it's just my name. If I can edit that, I will eventually change the name on it. But once we get a computer that will respond a little better, because it cook into things, it takes forever. It's horrible. It sucks. It's almost like dial-up used to be. If any of you guys were around for that, I don't think it's quite that bad, but it's pretty bad. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna get off here, guys. You guys have a good weekend. I will post more when I figure out something build-wise. I got quite a few cars sitting around. If I get bored, I might post another video or two, just some cars or whatnot, just to get some more videos out there. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.